Hey there YouTubers, this is Matt, and I'm going to play some Nintendoland and hopefully show you guys how to get a couple stamps. I'm going to start off with Yoshi's fruit cart. And the goal for Yoshi's fruit cart is to draw a line from the start to the finish, but the trick is to get all the fruit that's in the way of the goal. And after you've played it once, you actually get these warp gates that can bring you on a couple maps forward, which is kind of nice, but I'm assuming you need to play every single stage to get one of those stamps, the Gatekeeper or Gatemaster. Most likely the Gatemaster, you'll have to play every single stage all the way up. The 5-egg exit is pretty easy. You just have to make sure your bar is full, and then you pick up a fruit, and that's what makes Yoshi lay an egg, and it'll follow you to the exit. Make sure you get 5 of those eggs in one map, and then just head to the exit, you'll get your stamp. As far as the 3 close calls, you're going to have to get close to the pitfalls, but not go in them, and do that 3 times within one set of playing. As far as the Triple B buffet, you're going to have to eat one of the fire foods, and just make sure you eat, you know, the 3 Bs. You'll get your Triple B buffet, as long as you're playing within one set of lives. For Gatekeeper and Gatemaster, like I said, I don't have them, but I'm assuming you have to play through every stage. So I'll go ahead and play around with this. And it's really easy at first because it gives you a map that's tiled, so you can just match up the tile and eat the fruit. As you see, I got 2 eggs because my Yoshi bar was full. So on the gamepad, I can't see any of the fruit. Later on, you get markers that you can set, which help you out a little bit, but not too much. Now, the only difference on this map is the light spot in the middle and the clouds, what you have to go by. In OK strategy is swiveling around the fruit too, if you're not sure if you're completely near it. Like this last one, I drew a circle just in case I was a little bit off. Spiral ones are pretty easy too. The grapes are in the dark part. That melon's a little bit in the light part. The present will either have a marker or the coins. Get the watermelon and the apple at the end, and then head towards the door. And as you see, I completely missed that, but it's alright. You don't need the presents to go to the exits. It's just for the markers or extra coins. And as you can see, I only got 2 eggs because his bar wasn't completely filled. And the bar actually proceeds with you to the next map. Now this would be a good one to try and get the 3 close calls. It really helps out if you have a marker, because you could set the marker at the edge of that pitfall. But I'm going to try and do the best I can to match it up with the gamepad. I'm drawing a line to get the watermelon now. Down to get the bananas. And then maybe try a couple more close calls. See how this goes. That wasn't close enough to be a close call, but it looked pretty close on the screen. Try it a second time. Oh! And as you saw, the exclamation mark was a close call. I'm pretty sure it still counts even though you get hurt falling into it, but you could always give a second shot. And you have your traced line that you've just done, so I can try and go a little bit closer to the pitfall without falling in a second time. See how this goes. Yep, there, that would count as 1. That wouldn't count as 1. It might though, you never know. So you try it. And this last time. There's 2, and that would be 3 close calls. So that would get you your stamp for sure. This map's a little bit easy too, because it has all the potholes everywhere. But it also has the little circles where you can match your lineup to and use as reference points. Let's see how this goes. Might have been a close call, and there's your marker, you'd set. And there, completed the level. And to throw in a twist by, you have to collect the fruit in the order that it says. So I'll have to get the bananas first, the bottom, watermelon the top, watermelon, and I could get the little peach or whatever that is anytime I wanted. So I'll try and get that first. See how this goes. The only drawback to swiveling around is that you're running out of your fuel meter, and you can't lay more eggs for extra points. So if you're going for a very straight path between all the fruits, it's going to increase your score by quite a bit. On this map, I'll show what the reference point looks like. I'm going to put it in between the two strawberries, hopefully. I was close to it. But you could use that. This would be a pretty good map, stage 8, to get the 5 fruit, because you can hit all 5 of those pretty quick at the beginning of the map. I kind of did this one with a lot of squiggles, but it might work. And that would be 5 eggs. As long as you would complete this level, you would get the stamp for that. And my fuel bar is running low. I might not get to the exit in time, but we'll see. Ooh, game over. And that would be Yoshi's fruit cart. Moving on to the next game, we have Octopus Dance, and that's set in the universe of Game & Watch. The first few stamps aren't too hard to get. The last two require a lot of precise timing, as you're going to have to follow the dance leader's moves with perfect timing. The perfect stamps, just 2 perfects back to back. The shriek of 10 is a little bit more difficult. For 3 Inky Moves, you have to do 3 correct sequences throughout the ink that the octopus spits. You can see that later in the video. That's a wrap, would be completing all the sets for your first workout that you do with the leader. It doesn't allow you to go as far as you can after you complete it for the first time. So you're going to have to complete all those, and then Flawless 50 would be getting 50 perfects. And we'll jump right in. The beginning's pretty easy, because he's going to do 1 set of moves, and then you do that for 3 times. easy. Just go up, up, up. Out, out, out. Right, right, right. Out, out, down. Up, out, out. Out, down, out. Down, out, out. One up. Messed up that last one. At this second round, he'll spin you around and it's easier to look at the TV. You'll be looking at the mirrored version of that on the gamepad. Left, up, up. Down, down, left. Down, down, up. You can see your life bars at your feet. It's the hearts, one of them already popped earlier on. Up, down, up. Down, left, left. Down, left, nothing. One, up, up. And now the octopus is in for stage 3, so it's going to ink my screen on the gamepad. As well as you're going to have to do the tilts and the jumps. And right now the gamepad is inked, so I have to mirror everything that I'm seeing on the screen. It's a little bit harder to do. Down space, jump, out, up, jump, down, up, left, oh, right, down, up, left, jump, and out, out. It gets pretty easy to lose your parts a little bit later on. As you see, I just lost 2 back to back. Up, down, out. And you have to hold for these ones as well. So it's out, hold, up. Looks like I lost pretty early there, but it gives you a general idea of how to get the rest of those stamps. And we're coming up on one of my favorite attractions for the solo play, and that'd be Donkey Kong's Crash Course. You have to complete the first course in order to unlock the second one, and you can't actually play that second one immediately. You would have to start over from the scratch. It's pretty simple, you just tilt different directions. Perfect through area 2 would just be getting to area 2 without dying. Cutting corners is pretty difficult. You have to choose a part in the stage to completely skip the checkpoint. Skipping 30 bananas is pretty challenging as well, but can go hand in hand with cutting corners as long as you can complete the first board. For double damsel rescue, that would just be completing the first and second area, which I haven't done yet, and a perfect run, I would assume, is just beating it without dying, but you may have to get every single banana as well. So let's hop into the action. This kind of reminds me of Monkey Ball, just for the pretty unforgiving nature of tilt too much and you'll just explode. And I do have to blow on those. That area is a little bit easy. All you gotta do is hold down the left and right triggers. This was pretty confusing for me for the first time, but all you have to do is just release it completely. Don't unwind it, as I was initially doing. It'll just break you every time. Using the triggers, you're maneuvering the different mechanical features of the stage. And as you can see, that like tip right there was just enough to kill me. That wasn't even that bad of a tip. This is an easy section to skip bananas in. But in case it's needed for the perfect run, you would have to go grab those. Another rotate. Make sure you get enough speed for that jump. This one requires you to be pretty still. And I keep the rotation right there, just wait it out. Get to the middle, steady out. Release, do the same thing again, wait for it to get to the top. And let yourself go down. You could also skip another banana pretty easily right here, if you want to do that. Make sure you do this one fast at the start, or else you might not make it over, and then slow over that hill. This one is pretty tricky. You want to tilt the way your character's tilted, and then flick your wrist right to counterbalance. And it'll be just enough that that won't happen. That's what happens if you tip too much or too little. And you always press Y to reset if something like that happens. Looks like I just didn't have the coordination that time. But it does get difficult as you go on. I will give it that. The next of the solo attractions would be Takamaru's Ninja Castle. This one plays kind of like old arcade shooters, kind of like House of the Dead or anything like that. Except you're throwing shurikens, so you gotta turn your gamepad sideways. And there's also inputs for special abilities, like throwing 3 ninja stars or slowing down time. There's a 10-hit combo, just make sure you get 10 hits. As far as the 10-star defense, I believe that's whenever they're throwing ninja stars at you, you just have to deflect 10 of them. The first 100 down, I'm not sure what that refers to. Princess Rescue would be playing throughout the whole thing. You unlock more after you complete it the first time, and Unstoppable, I'm assuming, is beating the whole thing without getting hit. I haven't really unlocked too much in this, but I'll show some of the gameplay off. You also can go to the top of the screen to refresh your shurikens. The speed at which you flick the shurikens also is on screen. As you can see, I have to kind of volley these ones, and it's a little bit slower. But the faster you go, the faster it'll hit. I've never tried to hit any of those objects in the back. Maybe those lights might hold something. Guess not. The pots do though, you'll get health and ninja scrolls from the different pots. And you'll get points for each hit. You actually get more too. There'll be 2 of your star defenses right there. You're going for that stance. Coming down with 2 stars, and I have 1. Throw back at him. First stage is really easy. The second one you'll start getting 1-string clay bombs and stuff. adds to the difficulty. Just got hit by that green ninja from the side. This game's also a lot easier if you just throw as many shurikens as you can. If you're trying to be precise to get the combos and the higher scores, it's a lot more difficult. And I got a scroll, so I'll be able to use that in a little bit. You also see they'll flash before they throw their shurikens or clay bombs. There's a clay bomb one. They take 3 hits to kill. The bombs will blow them up there if you hit them as soon as they throw them. And this ninja will deflect anything you throw at him, so you have to hit him with your sword whenever he gets close and then hit him afterwards. And this is the bonus stage. I find it easier to use your triple star. You just smash a whole bunch of throwing stars. And you get all the clay pots finished pretty quick. If you break the boards in the front, you'll get some coins. I think one might, yep, one has a ninja scroll. Little bonus and a heart. Just volley the screen with stars. Oh! In situations like that, just aim for the one that's either shining or has ninja stars over the ones that don't. That was pretty close. I failed. The boss is just after that part. You just need to finish a couple more of those. Move on to the next game. And for the 5th attraction for the single player would be Captain Falcon's Twister Race. I don't know if I'm just one of few, but this is my least favorite attraction out of all of them. It just seems like there's not much you can do as far as like racing. You just don't do too much. For hang time, you just need to get a lot of air on the second part of the course where you go off jumps. And this is the one I know the least about. As far as checkered flag and racing perfection, I'm assuming you just get to the end without getting hit. As you can see, the 5 mistake limit seems pretty difficult, and 4-star racer might just be just racing really fast, I don't know. This is another one where you hold it sideways and tilt left and right. You can also press the screen to move slower. Sliding is the best way. You have to do a quick motion in order to get the slide to go into effect. That increases your speed just a bit. Whenever you see the tunnels, it's really hard to look at the gamepad and see what's ahead, so it's always good to look at the screen at that point. Let's hit that. Getting up to the jumps, this section. After the rocks, actually. For the last jump, I normally just look at the screen and make sure I don't move too much, because just a little bit in any wrong direction will throw you off the course completely. And I might have done that. Nope. Alright, I'm safe. This last one, I just play it safe and hit the boost pads, and I just ignore those ones. Let's go for the jump pad. And it gets a lot more difficult as you go on. It's probably one of the harder attractions as well. Hitting the cars just slows you down a little bit, it doesn't actually explode you. Later on there's red spikes that are pretty bad. There, I just did one. There you can grab the star and just drive right through everything. I don't know if this increases your speed, but I'm gonna do it anyways. And after this tunnel's where the deadly obstacles come into play. There'll be the red spikes that'll be spinning here in a second. The battery towers just put you out of the way. Pretty bad driving right there. Game over. That's probably why I don't like it. Because you have to go through those first 4 or 5 areas that are really easy just to die at the 6th one, or the 7th. So, that's Captain Falcon's Twister Race. Coming up on the last attraction, we have Balloon Trip Freeze. This is one of the more fun attractions as well, in my opinion. It's pretty challenging, keeping a good connection between the screen and the gamepad and all the obstacles around you, as well as going for a high score and making sure you get all the balloons and various things. 30 birds down would just be take down 30 birds. I haven't played it too much. I'm not sure about Special Delivery, Island Hopper, or Flawless Flight, but most likely it's just play it and get through all the areas. Almost Fish Foods, just getting close to being eaten by the fish that comes up at the bottom. You gotta start by hitting the bell. You could also pop, as you can see, there's little ticks on the screen. Let's see if we get almost fish feed right here. No fish yet. Slow day. Fish don't want to come out. If you're also going for points, it's good to hit the birds once. There's definitely fish feed. There's no almost about it. Oh, that would be almost fish feed. A little bit of slow time. Make sure you land on the highest part of that goal. Get the most points out of it. I think it's a lot easier if you just do little swipes with the stylus as well, just to keep a good slow pace. And then if you have to get something, do wider swipes of the stylus. Goal! Day 1 night. It's getting dark out. So the hazards are getting pretty crazy. I'm gonna go for it. Got it. And wow, can't believe I just made that one. I don't know about that balloon down there. Yeah, I'm not going for that. You can actually break those, I didn't know that. That's pretty helpful. Do they give points too? Let's see. Yeah, they give you points. Here's an interesting tip. Break the obstacles instead of flying into them. Make a path for the balloons as well. I was thinking Island Hopper might have something to do with just hopping on an island a whole bunch of times, so I've tried it, but it didn't work. You could pop a lot of things. You could actually pop the balloons. I don't think they give you as many points. Pretty easy section to get points. Just flick your character left and right. Popping bones. See if I make that guy freak out a little bit before you finish. Moving on to day 2 afternoon. Oh, one of my balloons just popped. So the red ones you can break, but the black ones you can't. If you find them, definitely get your balloon popped. And here's where little swipes keep you a good pace. Probably better not to get that. That way it's moving at a normal speed. It's a little easier to get through the part of the stage. Grabbing balloons. Balloon trip breeze, that's where it's at. Little almost right there. Looks like if you get an almost as well, he shoots out an item, so it's always a good thing. So Island Hopper might be something like this. Special delivery. Oh. That's probably one of the stamps. Getting through that. Making sure your package stays intact. Getting harder with the breeze. Comes down a little bit at this Day2 night. Wow. Game over. Make sure if you're at this. There's a present up there. I didn't grab it though. Goal for Day2 night. Moving on to Day3 morning. And that's gonna be it, because they're just trying to pop too much. So sometimes it's not worth it to go for all those bonus points from popping everything. It's a little here and there. And that'll be all the single player attractions and my knowledge of the stamps so far. I'll try and update the descriptions as I come up with new strategies and ways to get them as well.